Hey, what's up? Welcome to my channel. You are here because you are probably dealing with some type of injury and it sucks. I feel you. I am in the middle, not even in the middle. I'm at the beginning. I'm only 3 months out of surgery on a Achilles tendon complete rupture. But before we get into that, I want to introduce myself because some of you might not know who I am. My name is Trent Shelton. I'm a former NFL player. Now what I like to call a connector. I'm a global connector. What do I want to connect you to? Three things. I want to connect you to your peace. I want to connect you to your purpose. And I want to connect you to your greatness. I do that through writing books, through speaking on stages, through making content online. I just want to help you become the greatest version of yourself. Now back to my injury. I'm 37 right now. I have never been hurt, ever. And I've been playing sports since I was 6 years old. Never had an injury where I had to have surgery. I had like ankle sprains and stuff like that. I'm playing my nephew in basketball, and what happens? Pow, my Achilles tears. And this is tough because I'm a very active person, like physically active. I speak, I travel, I do all these things. And now I'm the most inactive that I ever been in my life. And I found out that my Achilles rupture, maybe I'll post a picture in the comments or something like that. My rupture was terrible. The doctor, he's been doing this for 15 years. My surgery was supposed to take 45 minutes. It took 3 hours. Not because he didn't know what he was doing. When he got into, my Achilles, he was completely shocked. In 15 years, he's never seen a rupture this bad. He actually took a picture. He took a picture, it was so bad, and sent it to his homeboys, like, have you ever seen anything like this? So my rupture happened in 2 spots. And so let me be honest with you. Injuries suck. And when you're going through injury, depression is often near because it's like, man, I can't do the things that I'm used to doing. For me, I can't run anymore. For me, I can't operate the way I want to operate. For me, I can't show my athletes how to do certain things anymore. And all we think about is this is working against us. But I want you to think right now as we go to point number 1. I'm going to talk about 5 things that will help you through this depression. Number 1, a perspective shift. You have to have it. And right now, I want you to think about not how is this working against you, because you probably have done that way too much. You probably got a list of reasons why it's working against you. How is this working for you? You might say, Trent, how can this be working for you? Your Achilles is ruptured. You're on your bed half the time. You can barely walk. You can't even wear 2 shoes. Like, how is this working for you? I might not know the full answer of that, but I'm going to create a meaning that serves my healing. I'm going to create a meaning that serves my growth. I'm going to create a meaning that serves my greatness. Why not? Some people say, oh, that's toxic positivity. No, toxic positivity is living in a make-believe world. It's not facing your reality. If you're facing your reality and decide to create a better meaning that serves your life, that is called the positivity that you need to be able to serve your soul, to help you grow and go through it and grow through it. Your perspective could be 1 or 2 things. It could be your prison or your power. When this injury first happened, I was thinking about all the things that I'm missing out on. I'm not going to be able to do this year. Vacate, I'm not going to be able to hike. I love nature. I'm not going to be my prison. And that wasn't doing anything but building my depression. Then I stopped and I said, wait a minute. How can I make sure this is the greatest thing that ever happened to me? And I know it seems crazy to say, but depression can't win when you live in appreciation. Depression can't win when you create deeper and better meanings for your life, when you live in your power. So I asked myself, how is this going to be the greatest thing that ever happened to me? How can I allow this to make me be better as a man, be better as a father, be better as a coach? How can I allow this to make me be better? And that's what I want you to think about right now. I don't have the meanings for you. Only you can develop that. But get the most out of this. Let this be your power, okay? Let this be something that's not punishing you, but something that's preparing you. Maybe something that's protecting you from something that could have happened greater down the road, but because of this injury, allowed you to sit down. So I always tell people right now, I'm standing up in more areas of my life taller than, better and stronger than I ever have before, even when I physically can't stand up, even when I physically can't move. I'm becoming better in my nutrition. I'm becoming better in my purpose. I'm becoming better in my servanthood. Because I said, I'm going to get something out of it. If I'm going to go through it, I'm going to get something out of it. So you have to have a perspective shift. Make sure it's serving you, not hindering you. Okay, number 2, you have to create your new normal, my friend. You got to create your new normal. When my mother died last year, right, it was very hard. I was depressed. I still get sad. I still deal with grief. But I realized this. That normal no longer exist. My mother is not coming back, right? My mother still lives on through me, through her kids, and through what she left in this world. But my mother is never going to be able to cook me a meal again. I'm not going to pick up the phone and call my mom. So I had to create a new normal. And it's the same thing with your injury right now. I can't go out in the trails. And like when I talk about this, y'all, like running in nature, trail running, I did it every day. Some of you know because you watch my videos. I did it every single day. It was a prescription for my life. Like brushing my teeth, running was just as important as brushing my teeth. But I realized I can't do that no more. And as long as I stay in wishing I could go back to that, I'm not going to heal. I'm not going to break depression. I'm going to continue to feel sorry for myself. I'm not going to empower who I am. So I said, okay, I have to create a new normal. So my new normal, instead of going to the trails, I would wake up, and I still do it today, and I would go outside, sit in my back patio. I would knee myself out there on my knee scooter, wheel myself out there on my knee scooter, and I would sit there and take in the sunrise. Now, it wasn't the same as running, but it was something that served my soul. And now it's something I'm going to use even when I get back to running a year from now. I'm still going to do this because I realized, like, I really like this. I really like it. And also with your new normal, maybe it can help you become better. So nutrition-wise, I was very afraid, and I started to blow up a little bit. That was going to blow up because I can't run. I can't be super active. I allow my nutrition to, I allow my physical activeness, if that's even a word, my physical activity to kind of help me with my nutrition a bit. I can eat, not as healthy or not as clean, but I knew I could burn off the calories. Couldn't do that when I'm sitting on my back. So I became better at my nutrition. So I experienced a no sugar life, and now I love it. I'm not telling you how to eat and how to live, but I got something out of it that worked for me. So I want to tell you, I can't tell you what your new normal is, but you got to create a new normal, and you have to embrace it. And maybe you go back to your old normal. Or maybe you say, you know what? I like this new normal. I'm going to stay here. Number 3, you have to have positive outlets. Please do not isolate yourself. I know when we're going through things as men, even as women, we like to isolate ourselves. We like to, run away from the world. We like to suppress. Anything you suppress will turn into depression. Suppression turns into depression. And when we're down in life, when we're hurting in life, we often turn to negative outlets. So I know some of you with surgery, I had to go through this, right? Giving you pills. And sometimes those pills, for the pain, but then sometimes those pills turn to helping us with the pain and helping us with coping and getting through things. And we become addicted to those pills. Or maybe it's alcohol. Maybe it's, things that aren't positive outlets. Things that might temporarily give you release. Things that seem good but aren't good. Right? Things that make you feel good but aren't good for your healing, aren't good for your life. And so you got to have positive outlets that you know. Like I'm talking about right now, what are one, two, or three positive outlets that you can have? Maybe it's watching videos. Maybe it's going to meditate. Maybe it's having a friend, that you call when you're going through these times to give you a reminder. Maybe it's creating something special. Maybe I can't tell you what those outlets are for you, but you got to have them. Maybe it's reading a book, listen to podcasts, but you have to have those positive outlets that really serve your soul. One of my positive outlets right now is PT, physical therapy. I love going there. At first I used to be like kind of bitter, like I don't want to be in here, but I realized that physical therapy empowered me. That community empowered me because I'm looking around and I'm getting inspiration. I see somebody that's now running that just had an Achilles tendon repair, of course, like 8-9 months ago. They're running now. So that's inspiration to me. And also in kind of a negative, positive way, I see somebody that's a lot worse than me. And I'm being thankful that, this injury is a blessing. It could be a lot worse. And so for me, that has been one of my positive outlets is PT. So develop 1 to 3 positive outlets for you and try to stay away from the negative. Listen, we're all going to go through, we're not going to always make best decisions in our life, but the more you can stick to those positive outlets, the more you can be better throughout this whole injury that you have. Number 4 is what I like to call the moment mindset. Okay? A lot of us are focused on, I know me, I'm focused on, in a year, I'll be able to run. I'm focused on we call it destination addiction. I'm focused on getting there. I'm focused on being healed. And sometimes it gets discouraging because like me, I'm like, maybe a year, like probably more than a year before I get to be who I am again, if that's even a thing. And sometimes it discourages me when I think about that. And so what I've learned to do is have the moment mindset. Just try to win the moment. That's it. Not the day, not the year, not the month, not the life. Just try to win this moment. Right now, I'm winning this moment. This was a moment for me to say, come record this video. I'm focused on this. I don't know, have an idea what I'm going to do next. But if I stop today with this, I won my day because I won this moment. So I want to challenge you just to focus. If you're focused on getting out of bed, right? Focus on eating the right food. Focus on the meditation. Focus on the one positive outlet. Focus on making the bed, whatever it is. Focus on the moment, because when you win the moment, you will end up being a winner in life. I tell the kids that I coach in sports, focus on winning the play. Forget the quarter, forget the half, forget the game. Focus on winning the play and just continue to do that. Continue to stack those moments, because when you stack moments, moments turn into a beautiful life. Okay? So that's number 4. Have that moment mindset. Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't have a list of 20 things in a day you feel like, oh, I didn't accomplish everything, and now you're feeling depressed. No, just win the moment. Which brings me to number 5. And some people might disagree with me on this, but I'm going to say it. Don't put a timeline on your healing. Just heal. Because when you're so focused on that timeline and you're so focused on how far you have to go, we often don't realize how far we've actually came. And when my mother was dealing with cancer, she was so focused on getting healed in her life. You know what I would tell her? Mom, you're healing. Don't focus on being healed. Just focus on healing every single day. Every single day that you attack this, that you fight this, that you conquer through this, you're healing. And I'm telling myself the same thing. You know, a big part of me wants to be able to run, and I want to be able to jump. I want to be able to do the things with my kids again and be able to play outside and, you know, do all these things. But I'm building a mindset of falling in love with progression. You know, last week I wasn't able to step up on a 2 or maybe a 4-inch box. Today I can do that. It might not seem like a lot to people, but a few weeks ago I couldn't even step up on a box. Yeah, I might not be able to walk properly. I might not be able to run, but for damn sure I can step up on a box. I'm healing. You know, so I really want, I mean, even with this might seem so simple, and sometimes injury can make us more aware to the things we take for granted. I know it did for me. I cannot wait till I'm able to walk so I can just walk around the block every single day. I just want to walk. And that seems such a thing that we take for granted. But I can't wait to do that. 3 days ago was my first time, and y'all might laugh at this, but it was my first time being able to put on 2 shoes. I mean, I had a room full of right shoes because all I wore was my right shoe, so I couldn't put a shoe on my left foot. And I went to the Cowboys game, and I was able to wear 2 shoes. Even though I was limping, I wasn't walking. People was asking me, what's wrong with me? Like, are you hurt? Are you injured? I was able to wear 2 shoes. And I can't tell you, like, actually I am telling you this, like, I cried. I cried because I'm like, man, I couldn't wait till the moment where I wore a shoe, because that's a symbol of me of healing. So I want to tell you, man, to fall in love with progression. I want to tell you to keep moving forward. I want to tell you to appreciate your journey. And I really want to implement this to you, like in your heart. If you don't take anything away from this, stop thinking about how this is working against you and start creating how this is working for you. Let this injury be the biggest blessing of your life. Because when we move, and not just your body, y'all, like when you move your body, your mood changes. But when you move your mind, right, your mood changes also. Don't let your mind stay stuck on what you don't have, what you don't get to get in depression. Move. Live in appreciation. Fall in love with the little things. And remember, you create the meaning for your life. Not your injury, not the world, not statistics, not the damn doctor, not your therapist. You create the meaning for your life. Let this be the biggest blessing ever. When you look back and say, it was because of this injury, I walked into my greatness. I know I am. Like I say at the end of every single message, it all starts with you. Share this if you feel this. Like and subscribe to my page. I appreciate you. Let's get it.